Hey guys, and welcome back today to another video. In today's video, we have something really special lined up for you guys. So today we're doing something a little bit different. Today we're doing a virtual by the fire for you guys. You'll notice, of course, there are no fires around, and that is because we can't actually go out and make one. We're all locked up at the moment due to the current COVID restrictions, so we thought what a better way to substitute than with a live video chat. Today we've got the boys, Jake and Lachie, on the line, ready to have a chat about an upcoming trip that we're planning. I'll give you guys a few details on that trip before we get started so you're not completely in the dark. But I'm really excited about this one. This is the first time we've done anything like that, and we'd really like to make it a continual thing here on the channel. Jake and Lachie have been involved since the very start here at Vikings 4x4 and Adventure, so I thought, what a really cool first bunch of guests to have on a live by the fire. So today, we're going to be talking about an upcoming trip, a big end-of-year trip that we're planning on doing, a 2-week adventure around New South Wales. Now, originally, we were planning a big 2-week trip to Fraser Island, but due to COVID restrictions, we're crossing our fingers hoping that we'd even be able to travel New South Wales. So we thought that we'd just play a little bit safe and make a trip around New South Wales so we can see the most of the state in which we live in. Anyway, let's not waste any more time. Let's get the boys, Jake and Lachie, in on the line. How you doing there, boys?
Doing, Roy.
Yep, there we go. Boys are on the line. So, like I just said, first time doing something like this. We're really hyped for it. Hopefully we can make this a continual thing if you guys have fun. So, boys, what's happening down there?
Oh, not much. Just living the dream.
A whole lot of nothing.
Yep, whole lot of nothing. That's what I feel like anyway. So, you guys notice Jake looks a bit different, guys. We've got mullet rocking this time. The lockdown mullet is in full swing there. Lachie did have one. If he's got a photo, we'll pop it up on the screen now of what Lockie's lockdown mullet did look like. Anyway.
That was rough.
Wasn't too bad.
So let's get right into this, guys. Introduce yourselves a little bit. We'll start off with you, Jake. I'll speak for the people who have not met you guys before. So like I said, the boys have been featured before, but they haven't really had too many stints in front of the camera, so you guys may not know who they are. So let's get them in to introduce themselves. Tell us what you drive, all that type of good stuff, and then we'll get into a few questions about this trip. Anyway, start us off, Jake.
Yep, so my name's Jake. I have a 2013 D22 Navara, and you would have seen it in the Nunes video when it got towed home with an oil leak. So yep. That's pretty much all it's known for.
Yep.
Yep, pretty much, yeah. And Lachie?
G'day, name's Lachlan. Yeah, as you've seen, I drive the 2003 Nissan Patrol. Yeah,
big Patrol.
Busted a couple of wheel bearings on that last trip, but, you know, she's fixed for now. But get repaired.
Yep. Both of the boys were unfortunately on the breakdown side of things last trip. Hopefully that doesn't happen this trip here. We're really fingers crossed this one goes smoothly. So let's tell the audience a little bit about the trip that we're planning. Like I said in the start of the video, 2-week trip around New South Wales, a lot of four driving involved. We're going to head to many places that we've head to before, and also we're going to have a few new destinations. So places like Nunes, Hill End, Bathurst, Barrington Top, Singleton, Wadigan Mountains, maybe a few beaches in there. I know Jake really likes beaches, but we're actually starting off, boys, if you remember, at Nunes. And the last time we went there, you both didn't make it out. Let's get started on a few questions about this upcoming trip. So, got a few lined up for the boys as we should. Now, starting off with you, Jake, what are you looking forward to the most about our upcoming trip?
Well, for me, because I've only had my car since the 2nd of January, so the beginning of this year, I'm just excited to go and explore new places, because I've only had it for such a short period of time. I've only been to Nunes, Stockton Beach, so it's going to be really good to actually see some other places that are not so close to where I live, because Stockton and Nunes are close to Sydney. So, yeah.
Lachie?
I'm just getting out of Sydney, to be honest. Just keen to get away. Haven't been bush in a while, so exploring.
Yeah, just good. Happy to get out there, and I think that's the most important thing. Both the boys have been locked up for a little bit longer than me, and they're just keen to actually step out the front door without having to wear a mask, so that'd be cool. Anyway, up next we've got another question, and that is, what mods are you doing to your rig for this trip? So we'll start off with Jake again. What mods is the nav getting For those of you guys who don't know, the nav is fairly stock at the moment, so Jake has a pretty big list of mods. Pretty interesting to hear. Let's get into it.
Yeah, so I'm trying to do the most essential things first. Obviously, a 7-inch lift, 37s would be lovely.
Absolutely, you can't go off-road without one of them.
But at the moment, well, I just ordered an awning, so that should be coming in the next few days. Kind of an essential thing, especially since I'm in a swag, you want that cover.
Absolutely, we don't know what the weather's going to be like.
Yeah, and also the 12-volt setup. So at the moment, since we're in lockdown, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to set it up. Don't 100% know yet, but I'm pretty sure I want to take the back seats out and just have a fridge, battery in there with some drawers, but that's what I'm working on at the moment.
Absolutely. Well, we've seen that setup before in a good friend of ours over at Mud Ducks 4Drive Touring. He actually has a setup in both of his cars with the back seats removed. Really cool little thing there if you're only travelling yourself and one other person. I think it's a good utilisation of space right there. So really cool list of mods coming up for the nav, and I think you guys will see the progress of this car. We'll be doing full update videos on all the rigs going in December, so really keen to see that. Anything else on the list?
So I'm also looking to do a clutch because I don't want to go on a full trip and have that break when we're in the middle of nowhere. So that's kind of also an essential. So it's mainly just a 12 you do need that. So it's mainly just a just the 12-volt and clutch and the awning, which is coming in the next few days.
Awesome. Well, we all look forward to seeing that put on. So out of those mods that you're doing to the nav, what do you think is going to be the most important mod that you're going to want to have for that trip?
Probably the 12-volt, because when we went to Nunes, I already have a fridge, and when we went to Nunes, it could only be on while the car was running, and when we will be doing a lot of driving, so the car will be on heaps, which the fridge I'll probably plug the fridge into the car while it's running, but at night time I had everything frozen, so I had to defrost overnight, and you don't want that, and it puts unnecessary strain on the alternator and the car.
No, especially that you definitely don't want to be doing that for the many days that we're going to be off-grid, because we're planning to be off-grid for quite a few days at a time, so you definitely want to be able to rely on your 12-volt setup. Definitely an important mod. So we have Jake's answers, all the mods he's doing, and the most important mod. So moving on to Lachie now. Lachie, mate, what mods are coming for the big patrol?
Well, as it is, I'm getting a new engine rebuilt, so that's about $7,000 right there. So I'm gonna be pretty broke.
That's a big chunk.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be pretty broke after that. But so I've got a couple of more mods coming. So I've got obviously underbody protection, side protection, so scrub bars down to rock sliders. And yeah, just a 12-volt system to hold a fridge, drawers, and yeah, a bit of everything. So that's the plan. But as it is, I'm getting a new engine, so
pretty good.
Yeah.
So with that being said, Lachie's going to be rebuilding the engine. Lachie's car has the most Ks out of all of ours, and so he's really playing it safe with this one, just making sure that the internals are nice and strong before we head out on any big trips like that. It's really, really good knowing that your car is going to be working well, and besides that, just all the essentials, like Jake said, 12-volt system, so important since we're going off-road for a few days, but also Lachie mentioned there, protection. We really want our cars to be protected well off-road. Lachie does do some pretty serious stuff in his own time, going off-road, so having the truck protected is definitely important. So Lachie, what do you think is going to be the most important mod out of all those mods for this trip?
Well, definitely the underbody protection, because like last time with the hole in the sump, I don't want to risk it anymore, so getting underbody protection, that's the main thing.
Absolutely. Well, I've been preaching underbody protection for a while. For those of you guys who don't know, unfortunately Lachie had a little issue, a little leak in the sump last time we went up to Lithgow there, and so thankfully he was able to get home, but with that underbody protection you shouldn't have those issues anymore. You know, I've got full custom off-road bash plate on the Pajero. It's definitely worth its weight in gold having. It's probably one of the most essential mods on a four-wheel drive. So with that being said, let's move on to the next question. And that is, boys, what's one thing you want to see us cook up for dinner on this trip? Come on.
Got to be at least snags or steak.
You can't go wrong with a snag, really, but also a nice steak would be nice.
No, absolutely not. Nice steak, yeah. So Not sure if we should do any campfire cooking in this one, because knowing our luck, we'd be waiting for it to cook on the fire, have too many beers, and just end up with a burnt piece of coal or something afterwards. So yeah, it's all good. That's it. So who do you think, boys, is going to be packing the most beer on this trip?
Probably you.
Yeah, after that caravan incident, to be honest.
I say that you're wrong, but you're probably not wrong. Alrighty, so we've got 2 more questions here for the boys. So, boys, what are you planning spare parts wise on such a big trip? Are you guys planning on taking any spare parts with you? Start off with you, Jake. Are you planning on taking any spares with you on this trip?
Yeah, might just take a whole new engine, but nah.
Yeah, keep it in the back.
No, I'm actually not quite sure yet, because I'm not too familiar with the car yet and what people actually do take with these D22s. So might just steal whatever Lachie has lying around that works on a Navara, but I'm actually not quite sure yet.
Yeah, right.
Probably just the basic things though, just like, maybe just some oil, just in case something happens like last time where the oil started leaking. Just the really basic things, because I don't plan on doing anything crazy like snapping a CV or anything. So probably just the basic things.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright, Lachie, taking any spares with you, mate?
Most definitely. So I'm going a bit deeper. So I've got a couple, as you know, with the 3-litre patrols. That Ivan fully likes to go a lot. So I've always got this in the spare. I've got that.
Yep.
I've got a couple of hub seals for like wheel bearings and stuff. Couple of those. Obviously the right oils and obviously a fan belt. So you can't go wrong with those.
Oh, mate, I tell you what, the old fan belt, that's one thing I'm adding on the list. The squealing fan belt on the Pajeros, drives you insane, doesn't it, mate? I tell you. So, are you planning on taking the Nissan dealership badge along with you as well? Because you'd be like a moving service centre at this rate.
Take a couple of service stickers, do a service, just on the tracks.
Yeah, that's it.
Anyway.
Alright, now the final question that we have for the boys here before we wrap this one up, kind of a big one, and that is, considering Jake and Lachie both want to be getting more involved in the channel lately, what is going to be one destination that you want to see us head out to, you want to see us do a series on and be a part of? So we'll start off with Jake.
Yeah, for me, Fraser Island, because I've been to Queensland a few times and it's just one of my favourite places. It's just so nice up there, and I love beaches, so Fraser Island is kind of like the holy grail of beach destinations.
Oh, it sure is, mate, and that's Fraser Island is one of those awesome places, and Lachie and I have both been blessed to have gone there before a few times. I think Jake's the only one out of us that hasn't been there before, and you guys out there watching at home have not seen us hit Fraser Island on the channel here, so I think what a great way to do that then with the boys. It's such a great, beautiful place. Alright, Lachie, wrap things up. Where is one place that you want to see us head to?
Well, I've got 2, so obviously the Kimberley and the Cape. So I've already been to Cape York once and I just love it up there, so I'd love to go again.
Great place, yep.
Yeah, so love to do that.
Well, Lachie is the only one out of us that's actually been up to the Cape, and like thinking out loud, I reckon the trip where we hit Fraser Island and Cape York in one hit, that'd be a great little trip, I reckon. And then the Kimberley is one of those places as well. It's just an absolute bucket list destination for everyone out there. The big Western Australia 4-wheel drive channels. You don't know how lucky you have it, guys, because it's such a beautiful place. But that one, I think, if we ever went out there, that'd require a fair lot of time and planning and spare parts. So definitely on the to-do list. Some great places there on the list, and hopefully you guys sitting at home there get to see us hit all of them at some point in time. Well, that's pretty much all we have for you guys today. Thanks heaps for the boys for coming on, guys. You guys are going to get to see a lot of the boys coming up soon. We're planning on doing a fair few of these virtual by the fire episodes. We'll see who can burn down the kitchen the quickest in the next one. Do some kind of cook-off or something like that. It'd be pretty fun. Anyway, guys, that's all we have for you today. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoyed it, if you want to see more. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, as well as leave any questions that you want me or the boys to answer down below in the comment section. Give us some topics to talk about, all that kind of stuff. We're happy to talk about that. As I said, we really want to do a few more of these because we're going a bit crazy in this lockdown at the moment, guys. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and as always, we will see you in the next adventure.